How are turtles different from other reptiles? Most reptiles, including turtles, lay eggs, are cold-blooded, and have dry, scaly skin. But turtles do have some differences from other reptiles. First, unlike lizards, snakes, and crocodilians, they do not have teeth. Instead, they have a beak to crush and tear their food. Second, and most notably, they have shells. Some other types of animals have shells, armadillos and other invertebrates, but this level of structure, protection, and ingenuity is unlike any other. Turtle shells are fully a part of their body. They have bony plates covered by keratin to make a very strong protective shell. Some turtles do have soft, leathery shells, but they are equally as connected. Not only are the shells a part of their skeletal system, but they also have nerves and are sensitive to touch. I'm here with one of the Arakan forest turtles here at the center, or Heosemys depressa, and I have the shell of the species that we use for educational purposes. Here you can see its vertebra and how the shell is fully attached and a part of the rib cage itself. Like every animal, turtles are well adapted to live in their specific environment. This is a Rhode Island snakeneck turtle. It's a highly aquatic species, as you can tell by its webbed feet and very flat shell. The flat shell makes it more hydrodynamic and able to swim very quickly in the water. Turtle shells can also be really helpful in living a terrestrial life. Many tortoise shells are highly domed, which you can see on this Burmese star tortoise, which is thought to assist in righting themselves if they flip over. This star-like pattern on this species is very effective camouflage while hiding in tall grasses and bushes. Follow along for more turtle facts all throughout Turtle Month.
How do turtles breathe and how is it different from other reptiles? All turtles, including sea turtles, have lungs and actually need to inhale oxygen to breathe. While some other reptiles like snakes don't have diaphragms either, turtles are unique that they don't have flexible rib cages to help with respiration. To compensate for this, they can use their legs to actually help pump air in and out of their lungs, as well as use their gular flap to help with both respiration and their sense of smell. Their lungs are positioned at the top part of the shell so that they're not crushed by the other organs. So if a turtle is flipped on its back for an extended period of time, it can lead to some serious issues. Freshwater turtles, like this Pan's box turtle or Cora pani, have a few adaptations that aid them in staying underwater for long periods of time. First, because they're ectothermic or cold-blooded, they're able to adjust their metabolic rate, and during times of inactivity or cold temperature, they're able to slow down their respiratory and heart rate, making the amount of oxygen that they need to intake very low. Some aquatic species, like this Asian big-headed turtle or Platysternum megacephalum, have an interesting adaptation where near their cloaca, their blood vessels are very near the surface of the skin, which allows for small amounts of gas exchange to take place. This can help to oxygenate their blood even without breathing. Although this does not replace breathing oxygen into the lungs, it can extend the amount of time a turtle can stay underwater. Follow along as we share more fun turtle facts all Turtle Month long.
Oh, there he goes. Hey guys, let's go look at some turtle eggs. So here at the Turtle Survival Center, we're amplifying the numbers of critically endangered turtles by collecting their eggs once they lay them, incubating them in our incubation room, and then tracking that process in order to make sure that we get hatchlings. So when we initially find eggs, we get weights on them and we do some measurements on them. This is a Cicalia bealii egg. And that all goes into a data sheet, and then weekly we'll candle them and track kind of their progress. We do some water and vermiculite for all of our turtle eggs, and then it will go into one of our incubators. I'll show you how we track their progress. So this is a Cora pictorata egg. I'm gonna candle this egg or shine a light on it to see its process, so I'm gonna cut the lights. So this you can see, we actually have some signs of veins within this band. And so this turtle is developing, which is really exciting. But yeah, we'll track this as the weeks go on and we'll see that these veins will expand and the embryo will get larger and larger. Typically with this species, they'll incubate from about 90 days to maybe 100 days. What's really cool about turtles is a lot of species are actually temperature dependent sex determined, or TSD, which means that the temperature that they're incubated at is actually the temperature of sex that the turtle will hatch at. A cool way to remember that is hot chicks and cool dudes. So typically at your warmer temperatures, you're gonna get females, and at your cooler temperatures for turtles, you're gonna produce males. So it is all based off of different species within those temperature ranges, but for Pictorata, this egg should be a female when it finally hatches. So interestingly enough, this species, the Chelonian Keepers, is not TSD. So this one is our only species here at the center that is not determined by temperature for its sex, but actually genetically determined. So I'm just gonna gently pick up this egg that you can actually see this little embryo inside. So this is really exciting. He's much further along. Oh, there he goes. So most of our species lay in our summer months here, so we should have full incubators soon, which is really exciting. Follow along as we share more turtle facts this turtle month.
We get a lot of questions about what we feed our turtles at the Turtle Survival Center, and today I'm sharing all the details. When it comes to vegetation, we use both store-bought produce as well as wild browse that we grow on site. Wild browse is really good for tortoises since it has trace minerals within the plant as well as it encourages natural foraging behaviors for them. For the protein of our diets, we'll use a mix of raw canned seafood, insects, and pellets for our turtles. The amount of different ingredients that we use for each different species changes based on their natural history. Although we'll never be able to provide the same variety of a wild turtle diet, we always try to provide as many different food items as possible. As we learned before, turtles are ectothermic, so as the weather changes, so does their metabolism. During the warmer months in South Carolina, we feed our entire collection 3 times per week while the turtles are up and moving and have a higher metabolic rate. And as the weather cools, we will slowly decrease the frequency of feeds for the turtles that live outdoors. With some species, we stop feeding them entirely during a period of inactivity called brumation. With our tropical species as well as our hatchling turtles, we feed them throughout the entire year. We'll use seasonal foods as they become available, such as pumpkins in the fall and edible wildflowers in the summer. We love to use the nutrient here at the center. It's a great way to encourage turtles to use natural foraging behaviors that they might not otherwise get in captivity. This can look like many different things, including feeding branches full of leaves to tortoises to mimic how they would come across food in the wild, spreading food throughout an enclosure to mimic foraging, and offering new foods as they become available, especially wild browse food we can grow on site. We do require a lot of food to feed over 850 individuals in our care, so if you'd like to help pay for a turtle's meal, you can click the link in our bio. Thank you so much for joining us at the Turtle Survival Center for Turtle Month. Let us know down below what your favorite turtle fact was.